perspective, on a different note, you made a reference to it at the beginning. Just what would you think of the photo layout in the Providence Journal this morning? You tweeted about it, but just tell me what you thought when you saw that in the paper.
Well, that's a prime example of racism in media. And to be frank, I mean, this whole process, being in this race, I've experienced multiple layers of racism and sexism, from photos that continue to perpetuate stereotypes, to being dismissed as a viable candidate, despite the fact that I'm the only person who served in a leadership capacity at the city level as an elected official, who's gone through the community, who has actionable work that I could show, in which my opponents reference, in their presentations, and yet I'm still made to feel that I'm not enough. How do you expect our young people to pursue these opportunities to run for office when we're constantly telling them that they don't look good, they're not enough, they have to constantly prove themselves? So this was sad. And it also shows us the importance of having more people of color, more Black women, more Black people, brown people, people who represent Indigenous folks, people who represent the diversity of our community, also leading the effort to tell those stories.
Just follow up after what Ryan asked. Have you reached out to ProJo? Have you had any conversations with the newspaper since you first saw that picture?
Well, the journalist Amy, who is very kind and generous, reached out to me and said, "Oh my goodness, I saw this. I saw your tweet, and and explained that she's not the one who selected that photo. It's done, I guess, by their photo editors and their team." But she did reach out to them. But I hope that they reach out to me and apologize, and provide me with the same coverage, fair coverage, as they have done for my male opponents.
Do you think it was intentional? It's not really hard to find a different photo.
Whether it was intentional or not, it was wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. And the reality is this is an opportunity for us to elect. This is a historical race. And, whenever I talk about it, it's identity politics. But people can talk about identity politics. I wish I could walk into a room and people saw that this is a woman who went through this is a woman who has experienced almost all the challenges that many of our residents have faced. This is a woman who went through our schools and didn't go to the selective school. This is a woman who came back to reinvest in her community, who also talks about issues in which, like education, she has a graduate degree, right? From one of our premier institutions. And yet it's, it's these constant, racially driven type of, or sexist things that happen that distracts people from my ability to lead. And I'm tired of it. It's draining, I'm tired. I have to have conversations with my children, particularly my daughter, about this. And that's not the image that we want to show our young people. And I'm cuter than that photo.